last 3 lessons in chapter 8 all use the same formula. Did this so that you wouldn't get this formula, which looks very similar to the ones we used in 8.5, which were the annuity ones. So on our formula sheet, it has the word annuities, and it has the 2 formulas from 8.5, and then it has one more. And this is the one, if you're going to go to a car and make payments on that car, this is how they calculate the payment of your car. So this is a loan thing. If you're going to go buy a loan or a house or something big, okay, that you don't have the cash for, and they're going to make payments. Okay, so let's say you're going to borrow $15,000 for a new car. Did you know that the median price for a car now is a new car is over $40,000? Okay, inflation is a real thing. It's happening. It hasn't happened in many years. I mean, it's just barely happened. Okay, but this last year is going crazy, which means things are going to get expensive. Which, if your salaries don't increase also, then money gets tight at home. It's not really fun. Stress levels go up. Okay, so we're going to look at the car, and we're going to look at 2 things. So we get there in a car dealership and we go, okay, I like this car, but I need $15,000 to buy it. The guy says, fine. You have good credit. We're going to come in here. You don't have good credit, so because these are bad interest rates. These are high. All right. So we have 2 options for you. You can do a 4-year loan at 8%, or you can do a 6-year loan at 10%. Okay? So you got to decide which one you want to do. So we're going to find the monthly payments and the total interest for loan A. So here's loan A. And this is straightforward calculator work. Okay, so my payment will be, all right, the P in the formula is the amount that you borrowed. Okay. What do they call it? Yeah, just the loan of P dollars. All right, so I'm gonna borrow $15,000. My rate was 8%, and it's a monthly installment plan. Thanks, sir. Okay, and the bottom, once again, it has one of those weird things with lots of parentheses. I watched Haley take her test, and it's like I couldn't tell anything that she typed in wrong and didn't give her an answer. So I gave her a point for trying, but I don't know what we did wrong. Oh, did you didn't use square brackets, did you? You just used parentheses, right?
No, I used square brackets.
Oh,
I did it on the first time, like on the other question, and it was fine.
See, I don't know enough about that calculator. I just use parentheses.
I use the square brackets, like even whenever we were doing this, I used the square brackets and everything. And
It's crazy. All right, 1.08 over 12 to the negative, oh my goodness, 12 times 8, and then close the parentheses. Usually if you don't close a parenthesis, that's an easy error to find in the calculator, but yours was
it's not 8, it's 4.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that one screwed it up. That would have been. That's the only place that 4 goes, also. So that's easy if you want to compare a 4-year versus 8-year loan. Okay, calculator. On, menu, calculate. All right. Where's that stack fraction? Right there. 15,000. Am I on screen? Yeah. 15,000 times. I think it's a square bracket that did it to you.
No, I used it on the last one too.
Oh, I'm going to do this. Wait a second. I do like the stack fraction. So you don't have to use square brackets. I bet that's what it was.
Try to use the square bracket.
Don't use them. Just use
She
parentheses.
told you to try.
Oh, you should. Want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay. See if we can duplicate the error.
I mean, I don't know because I used it on the other one. It was fine.
You got the 1 minus 1 plus?
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
It doesn't just, you know.
Yeah, it's like, don't cancel out. It does not. Order of operations makes it not cancel out. And then a negative exponent. Remember in algebra class they said you can't have negative exponents.
But you don't think that exponent?
Yes. Did you use a negative right there or a minus sign? Oh, you didn't have a this is a different formula. Times 4.
I've done that before. I kept putting the
Minus sign instead of
the
negative sign.
sign. Like it's the same thing.
All right. Ah, there it is. There it is. It's a square bracket. I bet you. Dang it. You could have got an extra point. I'll give you an extra point. It's not going to help you, right?
He said it's not gonna help you much, but I'll do it.
I will give it to you, but no, I don't want to delete the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There. Okay, dang it. All right, let me see if I can get faster at this. 15,000. You guys should be doing this too. Bracket.
Do you want me to type it in for you really quick?
Nope.
You did it wrong.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
No, I didn't. And you don't have to stack it if you know how to do math. It's you kids who don't know how to do math. That's why they created this.
Stacked facts is more visually appealing.
Yeah, there's no doubts. I would definitely agree with that.
Ever.
All right. So, $366.19.
It worked on the other one.
All right. So wait, it's $366.19. Well, you know what? We probably round up. They're going to round up. They're not going to round down because you won't pay the whole car off. So let's go to 20 cents. All right. Now, when you're doing these problems, make sure that makes sense. Now, I don't know if you're making car payments, you know what a car payment is, but that seems like a reasonable car payment. Okay? Oh, thank you, sir. Just put it on the stack of good stuff. All right. So if that came out to be $3,000, you'd go, oh, no, I don't think so. Or $30. It's like, nobody has a car payment of $30.
Maybe it's 10 off over
Yeah, no.
500.
Yeah, 500 years. I like a car payment. Cars do last a long time. It's the bells and whistles that don't last now. It's the electronic stuff, the computer, because new stuff comes in, technology. Anyway, all right. So find the monthly payments. Boom. Now here's the other questions that will be asked. Find the monthly payments. Oh, for B. Compare the monthly payments. Now here's what really is total interest. Total interest for this thing. So let's do this. You're going to make this $366.20 payment how many times?
20. Oh, just kidding. 4 times 12 is
48 times. All right, so what's the cost of the car for me? So I'm going to go 366.20 times 48 payments. And I get the car now costs $17,577.60. Because I made 48 payments. I committed my life for the next 4 years.
I feel like that's a really long time to pay off a $15,000 car.
My first car, I borrowed $10,000. This is a long time ago. My interest rate was 10%. I was so happy. That was a good, back then that was a good interest rate. Now it's a horrible one. All right. Now, the car cost $15,000, right? This is the important question. This will help you understand finances. That the interest that I had to pay was $2,577.60.
That's a lot of interest.
That is a lot of interest.
Buy the car up front.
Yes.
Nobody has that
Save,
money, though.
save. It's possible. Save up. Save up. Save up. You can do it. You can do that. That's good. And then when you get there, it's like, I don't want to pay all. I don't want to start my savings over for a new
I don't
car.
want to spend all my money on the car. 'cause
Yeah.
then
Exactly.
I have to start over.
Yeah. But it is possible. People do pay cash for cars sometimes. Okay. Even new cars.
Rich people.
My dad bought a $500 car, fixed one part in it because the guy didn't know what was wrong with it. He just wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Bought it for $500, and my dad turned around and sold it for $10,000.
Nice.
He had to buy like a $100 part.
Hmm. But he had some knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to school. And it shows up in weird ways. So
Yeah,
it's
'cause
good
the
for your
guy was
dad.
telling-
Yeah.
The guy was telling him, I think something wrong with the transmission, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And my dad got it and was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the transmission.
That's all right. All right. So now we're going to do the other one. And this is what you want to see. That's really important. 10% to negative 12 times 6 years. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And can you just go up there and copy that thing?
Nope.
You already tried. You tried to delete the whole
I know, but all I
Yeah,
need,
click
oh,
over and click enter.
I need to just change that to 6 years. And I need
Click
to,
the lazy burpee.
and I need to change this to 10 instead of 8. Yeah. All right, and I need to change this to 10.
I got a 100 on my AP Physics test this year.
Mm.
That's okay.
Good job.
Then I hit a 40 something on it.
There you go. All right, ready? $277.89. Okay? So let's say money's tight around your house and 300 you don't have, but you say, oh, I can't pay that. I can't pay that. I need it to be under $300 a month.
Is that 09 or 80?
You're gonna end up
89.
paying more.
Okay? So how many we're going to make 6 years times 12 is what? How many payments? 6 times 12? 72. All right.
72.
So 277.89
We're not good at
times 72
We're
is equal to, ready? This will amaze you, $20,008.10.
told you. Told you it's gonna be. You pay more?
Not during class, ladies. Okay.
We're learning here.
It's just one to the hall. Crazy. Crazy. All right, ready?
About their education.
Yeah. So, how much was the car? $15,000.
You paying
How much was the interest that the company earned? $5,000. $5,008.10. Okay. Now you go into the car dealership without the $15,000 and you have to borrow money. What is the salesperson going to do?
Try to pitch you on.
He's going to push you here.
He's gonna be like, look, lower monthly payment.
Lower monthly payments. Oh, I got so mad one time helping my daughter buy a car. So she's doing everything. And we get to we got the price and all that kind of stuff. It's like, and then it's like, okay, so which payment do you want? Yeah, and he showed us the slower one, hoping that she'd pick the lower one. I said, that's not what I want to do. I want to know what the interest rate is on those. Because he didn't even tell us the interest rates.
Oh.
Okay, so it's like,
Because
no.
I'm a math teacher.
Yeah, yes, I teach
and
math.
we
You,
calculate this
I
and
know. Yeah, tell me. But knowledge is power. Okay, so and the deal is, new cars now are so expensive. 6 years is kind of common now. It used to, no one would do 6 years. Okay, because cars didn't even last hardly 6 years. They'll last now. Cars last longer. And they're much more expensive. And the other thing is, it used to be a rule of you pay it off in 3 years. That'd be your goal. So when I bought cars, I got a 4-year loan, so that if I had to, I could just pay it off in 4. But then I try to pay it off early, and I almost always could do it in 3. And then another rule is pay it off before it has 50,000 miles on it. If it's a new car, that's just a nice rule. Pay it off before it has 50,000.
My dad drives from Wichita Falls and back every day.
Yeah, so some people's interest, they can't do that because they're going to put 50,000 on it in 2 years.
My
Right.
car has 209,000 miles on it.
That's awesome. See,
The 2012.
that's right. That's what I'm saying. They last longer than.
I
See, all the rules that I was taught as a child don't really work anymore. So there has to be some new rules, and people come up with them on financial websites and things like that. So
Well, I drive back and forth from my dad's, which is 2 hours away. So I drive at least once, twice every 2 weeks.
nice. All right. So that's 8.6, but 8.7 is the exact same thing. However, we're going to buy a house this time.
A house?
A house.
Somebody asked about your class the other day, and I said, I know how to do my taxes.
There you go.
They said, really? I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
TurboTax.
TurboTax.
It's like, but at least you know what TurboTax is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to get your gross income down. Okay. All right. So, should we continue? Should we stop? What should we do
I
here?
think, yeah, we should probably stop.
I think we should do home ownership. Credit cards is the harder one.
We're about
Okay, so home ownership's one paper. We're going to do it. All right. The home ownership uses the exact same formula. However, there are ways to get the rate lower. Okay? And, okay, when you buy a house, you have to put a down payment on. And you don't finance the down payment. Down payment is here's $10,000. Here's now my house is cost less. I'm gonna have to finance less. And so it's not called a loan, it's called a mortgage. It's a bunch of papers to sign, and there's all kinds of things. However, let me tell you something that might motivate you, and it's from my daughter's life. Okay, so she finishes college, gets hired as a coach, has a job. We go to the bank so she can buy a car. Our bank says no, we're not going to let her have a loan.
Why?
Because she just went to college. She had no credit history. It's like, okay, I don't like my bank. It's like, we've banked with you for 14 years. You know, why? It's home. We know each other. Your kids went to school with my kids. Anyway, so we go to the car dealership. They find her a loan. It's a decent rate. Okay, so that's fine. It's a lot of paperwork, but it's hard. About 6 months later, she goes, I found the house I wanted to buy. I said, oh crap, here we go, because there's no way.
No way you can
She was approved.
Oh,
She only had to have 3% down payment. Most of them are 20%.
yeah.
She had 3%, and he said, the mortgage guy said, oh, there's a special program for college graduates to help them buy houses.
Huh.
Why not cars though?
Well, it is crazy. A car is $30,000 or whatever it was. I don't know idea what a car. A house, $150,000 or whatever it was. And crazy. And I helped her none on it. And the mortgage guy just walked her through. Give me this. Send me your pay stubs. Do this. She had a job, college graduate. Boom, boom, boom. We have moving day, and we're done. She goes down there and signs all the papers. It was amazing. So you think how
It's ready to fight.
you think home. I was thinking, sorry, there's no way you're going to get a house without 20% down payment. And she had saved up money and all that kind of stuff. So she had some money, but she didn't have 20%.
Crazy to have that.
Anyway, it was crazy how that all worked. Anyway, so there's
How long ago was that?
it's about 4 years ago.
Yeah, now that's.
That the programs are still around there. There's lots of programs. Okay, so don't think that home ownership's out of your to do. But if you go to college, graduate college, they think that you're a good person. It's really a weird system. All right, so we're going to really talk about fixed.
Not a car.
Yeah, cars should be so simple. It's a car. All right, fixed rate mortgages. What we're going to talk about, there's also a variable rate, which means the rate goes up and down, which might get you in trouble because they'll offer you a really low rate, but 2 years later it could be really high. So I have always stayed away from variable rate stuff. They're good if you want to sell your house quickly, because some people just live in houses for 2 years. That's not me, but that's some people. Okay, so one way to get the interest rate lower is to buy a thing called a point. Okay? It equals 1% of the mortgage loan. And it will decrease the rate, and you want the lowest rate possible. Okay, so when you do all this, there's all kinds of other things, but when you buy a house,
Escrow.
you also have insurance and taxes on that house that you have to pay for. So the house payment might be $500, but the insurance and taxes might be $400
And
a
you
month.
also have land taxes.
Yeah, so they'll do all that in with the escrow account, but you'll pay into that escrow account by a per month. That's not part of the course. That's bonus stuff. Okay,
Taxes at my house are like $10,000.
we have a big house. Okay, you have land?
Jamaica.
Oh, that's not bad. In Grayford? You live on? No.
No, I don't think.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now.
All right. So here, same exact thing. So here's our example. The price of a home is $220,000. Reasonable. That used to be a huge house. Now that's kind of beginner house.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a new place in Mineral Wells that's saying, hey, we're going to have houses in that range, and it's going to be nice. It's going to be right over there.
CCS.
I think east of Tractor Supply in that land right there. Anyway, there's a nice article in the Fort Worth Star-Telegram about these houses that can be built because Weatherford houses are so expensive now. So of course people are going to move further out. Okay, but the bank requires a 20% down payment, and they tell you that you have to buy 3 points. Okay, and then they're going to give you a mortgage rate of 7%. So here we go. Okay, now this is a fun one. All right. So 20% of that, we have to find that cash right off the bat. 220,000 times 20% is, what was that, $4,400, $44,000? Do you see how hard this might? This is why I thought my daughter would never get a house, because I thought there's no way she can get $44,000. I'm double checking here. I'm pretty sure. $44,000. So you got to come up with $44,000. That's a lot of money. Now that's what I'm saying. There's other programs. My daughter had to come up with 3%. So it's weird. There's just different. There's so many programs. Because okay, you want people to own their homes. You know why? They're more stable. They care about the community more. They'll work harder. They're just people that's what you want. So people who rent houses, they tend to be,
Trashy.
well, they move a lot in life. They're not committed to the town, and some do. Yeah, I have a neighbor that once in a while we get some interesting neighbors, and I always tell my wife, yeah, just wait a year, they'll be gone. And they are. They signed a 1-year lease and they're gone. All right, but they also say what 3 points. So we got the $220,000 cost of the house, but then we put down 44,000. So 220 minus the down payment is equal to $176,000. Okay, so that's how much money. But then the 3 points. So we need 3% of that. So 0.03 of that, and that's how much more of a cash we need to come up with. 176,000 times 0.03. So I need to come up with another $5,280. Okay, so I find that, and I give that.
So you're only paying like
That's just like this. This is just a fee, though. A point is a fee. It does not reduce the cost of the mortgage. Yeah. And it's weird. I just paid money to get a lower interest rate. That's what you're doing. But it's worth it. It's really weird. But you're paying somebody to give you better interest rates. And now I've never had a house thing that actually offered that, a mortgage that did that. So I don't even know how to do it. Okay, so we're going to still borrow $176,000. All right, so let's use our formula. So my payment will be $176,000. The rate was 0.07, which is incredibly high for these days. You can get one for 4% now, without paying points. .07 over 12 to the negative 12 times 30 years. And some people take mortgages never wanting to ever pay them off. I want to take them and then I'm going to sell my house in 2 years or 3 years and move. And people do this and get bigger and bigger houses. All right, so I'm going to go put this in my great calculator. I'm starting to like it a little bit more. But it doesn't seem like it's very... Is it time to go?
No, I had a contact with it. I was at the come out.
I got you. It's game day though.
Uh-oh.
It's not?
Yeah, it is.
Go Rams. Last time. Did y'all still say that?
I don't know, but I have to sneeze.
All right, here we go. Here's our payment. You excited? What do you think it's going to be? How much do you think this payment is? We're borrowing $176,000.
It's gonna be
How much do you think it is a month?
a whopping 700.
720? What do you think? Higher or lower? Higher. Let's see. Higher. All right, so it came out to be $1,170.93.
My parents' house, it's like 3 grand
Yeah.
a month.
You must live in a big house.
It's not massive. It's
Ours is like
a
around
4-bedroom.
800.
Where's it located? On the hill?
Northeast 23rd.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know where you live.
Ours
It
is
was
like
just
8.
recently remodeled
Yeah.
by where the Stutzes live.
I didn't know what such live. All right, ready?
Don't know where the Stutzes
This is what's amazing. Ready? How many payments are we going to make?
12. I was wondering, wait.
we bought it
How many-
from.
We're making 12 payments a year for 30 years.
Oh, I'm confused.
So how many is that? A lot of people call that 360 payments.
Yes.
Now this is what's going to amaze you. So here's our payments, 360. Ready? This house is going to cost us
Oh my god.
$421,536.
Almost double.
Yes, ma'am. But wait, we only borrowed 176. We borrowed 176. We're going to pay back $421,000.
I'm not buying it now.
Okay. It's amazing, right? It is amazing how much. Now that's a high interest rate. There are much lower interest rates these days. However, people like to work the mortgages out. It's a long process. Okay? They want to make sure that you'll pay it back. That's so weird.
I'm so confused.
All right. All right, so we're going to subtract the cost of the house.
No, wait.
What?
What?
What did they?
All right.
No, wait.
The cost of the house was $176,000. That's how much we mortgaged. We're going to interest at $245,000.
That's what the house cost in
Yes,
the first place.
yes, it is. That's why you want to buy a house and then pay it off,
I
possibly.
would never buy a house.
Yes, you will.
Ever. No.
You just want to give your money to. You got to live somewhere.
I'll
With
live
my
in
mommy.
a box.
Okay, but what happens when at the end of 30 years and you sell your house and it's worth $450,000? Houses don't stay the same worth.
That's not gonna help me
Okay,
right now.
but
They will at least double. Mine has almost tripled in value.
See, I don't even know what I want to do with my life. How?
Right,
how am I
right.
supposed to
No,
know
these
what
are mid-teens, kind of mid-20s kind of things that you need
I
to
was
worry
like
about.
mid-teens. Whoa.
Like,
All right.
no, I'm fast.
I have 2 years till I'm not a teenager.
All right, so here's a couple little guidelines. A couple little guidelines for your finances. Don't spend more than 28%. This number actually changes a little bit, but there are some good guidelines. Start reading financial stuff, financial Twitters or whatever. No, TikToks. What do y'all do? Snaps. Snap is talking to somebody.
None of the,
TikTok is entertaining me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But throw in some financial stuff every once in a while. You'll learn something, okay? Your debt shouldn't be over 36%, but you also should try to stay out of debt.
Oh, never mind. Is it because of what we were talking about in church?
No. That's
Um,
a great factor, but no. Look. I don't even.
That's, we'll end there. Are we okay with this formula?
Yes.
Okay. Are we okay with our deal?
Our deal?
Next time we test, if
We
your
have to have
homework,
all
if
the-
all your homework is complete,
And you'll help us out with this.
we will see some similar questions to the last test, and we'll actually go over the last test because you've got to know it anyway. It's part of the course, and I don't feel like you've learned it. And my job is to make you learn it. And we're running out of days. We got 1 month, so I'm gonna stop there at 8.7. We'll pick up 8.8 next time.